Wade, what's up, brother? We are back. Hello, folks. Happy NFL. We're finally to the regular season. No more preseason crap. It doesn't mean anything. This one counts. And man, the football gods bless us with a fabulous first matchup here. Ravens at Chiefs. Wade, what's going on, man?
Man, I cannot be more excited to be back with you today. New sport, new show, Blitz the books. Can't wait to get started, baby.
I love it, man. It feels like Christmas. You know, it's like you and I are both big baseball guys. It's probably our best sport, profit-wise and just from the heart standpoint. We love baseball. We're old seam heads. But there is something special about the first day of football season. I know everyone in the country is fired up about this, rightfully so. We got a great matchup, playoff rematch here between Baltimore and Kansas City. Looking for some good things in this one, man. It's a really great way to kick off the season. I can't wait. I wish it was already a 7:30 where I'm at, where we could get this one going here, man. I'm watching the clock already.
Yeah, man. What are you? Anything you're excited about in this game? Any matchups you're looking forward to?
Yeah, several things. I had to pick just one. We talked off air about this guy. I'm just really excited about the Xavier Worthy kid. I was a big fan of his at Texas. Got a ton of speed. I think he ran a 4.1840 at the combine. Just insane amount of speed. I've read some comparisons online. They're already comparing him to Tyreek Hill. That might be a little premature. I wouldn't compare anybody to Tyreek Hill. But interested to see, we all know Andy Reid, an offensive guru. Interested to see how they use Worthy in his offense, what his target share will be, since it is the first game. Not really sure there, but should be fun to watch nonetheless. I hear he's a huge deep threat, man. What about you? Anything you got your eye on? Anything you're going to be studying tonight in the game?
Yeah, I am actually very interested in this, especially since I have a play on the game. I want to see what this Ravens defense can do. I know I did talk about them in the article, and yep. I put out a pic on social media about this. All these articles, everybody, all these sources, they all have the Ravens ranked number one defense. I do still think they're going to have a great defense, but they lost some key players, and they also lost their defensive coordinator. Yep. So I really want to see how they attack Mahomes. I want to see what kind of blitz packages they bring, what kind of pressure they show. Obviously, they're not going to show everything game one because they probably predict they're going to see them later in the season.
Right.
But yeah, I'm just interested to see what they do with their coverages, how they disguise, how they move around. So mainly the Ravens defense I'm interested in seeing right now.
Yeah, that's a good look. Another thing I'm going to be looking at is that Ravens O-line.
Yeah.
A lot of guys on the offensive line read some negative things about how it's been clicking. Also, too, sadly, I think I read this right. If not, maybe my brain's a little scrambled here, but the offensive line coach for Baltimore tragically passed away, a few weeks ago or something? Man, that's got to be rough starting over the new offensive line coach.
Correct.
Obviously,
and there's
Henry's there. King Henry. I love Henry. It's going to be weird seeing him in Ravens uniform. So everybody's thinking they're going to have a strong run game as usual. But breaking in a lot of guys on that O-line, I think it could take a while, man. I don't know. This is interesting to see how they'll handle that massive Chiefs D-line.
I agree. No, there's numerous sources that actually have the Ravens a bottom 5 offensive line projected this season after being a top 3 last year. Man, they took some big hits. They've lost, I believe they're only returning 3 guys. They may actually be starting 4 new guys. I think they're bringing a guy up to start that had some experience last year. He was a depth player. I just can't remember his name off the top of my head. But they're trusting Ronnie Staley to be something he used to be, and he was much better before his injuries. Now they bring up a guy that was more of a role player last year, so now they've talked about them losing depth. So they really can't take any injuries to that core. So I don't know. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for them to I think to run block and pass block this season, at least the first 4 or 5 games before they get their communication and everything down. So I don't know, man. Maybe the Lamar Jackson rush attempts play is going to be a one that I'm going to look at to start the year.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that relying more on his legs, maybe a little more misdirection. Yeah, that's a good take there right off the bat, brother. Big Wade already in mid-season form. Nobody should be shocked by that. This guy studies hard.
Yeah, I've actually got 2 plays today for everybody, so I'm gonna
Oh,
go ahead and jump in on. I'll give one out, and then I'll let you go, and then
okay.
I'll give
Finish
my
off
I'll give
your
my last one.
bonus.
Yeah, I figured might as well do 2 picks today.
Love it.
I've already given out my article play on this game, so make sure you guys go to eatwatchbet.com and bettersinsider.com if you guys are looking for free daily article bets from numerous different writers on all sports. So, Mike,
Absolutely.
you have an article out as well. I believe I just saw that was posted today.
Yeah, man, that one's actually on another one of our sites that we don't hype too much,
That's right.
hellorookie.com.
That's
Trying to
right.
get it rolling again. It's kind of one of our sister sites. It's mainly a props and like a DFS site, but we're really trying to push that this year. The powers that be are big on it, so I'll be posting a lot of more over there this year than years past. But excited about it, man. Can't wait. Appreciate the plug there for both sites. Yeah, you're right. We keep everything absolutely free, just trying to give people good advice, really with the goal of helping people win more money so they remember us. And anytime they're ready to make a deposit at a sports book, they'll use hopefully one of our promo codes. That's how we get paid. But yeah, appreciate it, man. Let's feed the people.
Yeah, I am. My first play is going to be Patrick Mahomes over 4.5 rushing attempts.
Hey,
That was plus 120 over on Bet365.
that's a great number.
Yeah, man. So in 2023, he averaged 4.9. He hit this in 55% of games. He hit this in 11 of 20. The first 2 games of the season last year, they opened the game. I guess the season against the Lions. He had 6 rushing attempts in that game. He had 7 the next game, and he had this number in 3 of the first 4 games.
Love it.
Overall, he averaged 4.7 carries per game last year. And I just think that with the Ravens' new looks, I do think they're going to give us some different blitz packages. I think they're going to try to pressure Mahomes and get the ball out of his hands. He had 6 against them in the playoff game. I know it's not the same type of environment and circumstances. I know he's going to be looking to pass the ball, obviously, first, but I do believe he'll be able to at least reach 5 rushes in this game. He's very lethal with his legs, and I wouldn't be surprised if he's at 3 or 4 by halftime.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more, man. I really like that. I looked at that hard, didn't take it, but really it was on my short list. Really like it. You look at Baltimore, they got some new pieces in, but you just hit on it, man. They were 7th last year in sack rate as a defense, so they do like pressure QB. I think even with the new DC, they're not going to want to change the culture too much. They are going to blitz quite frequently. They don't want to let Mahomes just stand back there and pick them apart. They got to put some pressure on. Mahomes is very underrated as a scrambler. Not enough people talk about his legs. He can just flat out just whip people with his legs, man. Throwing a little pump fake and just taking off, rolling out, and going. So yeah, I can definitely see that, especially if we do see some of those different blitz packages like you're talking about. Thought that was a touch low, and especially the plus money really sells it for me.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised at the price. Good find by you, brother. Nice work.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
What were you looking to?
I hate to say it, Wade, but I'm going to do a very, very homer public play here. This is one that probably everybody's going to be on. I tend to shy away from bets like this, but I really just think it's the right side. I'm going to roll with it. Surprised I don't love a ton in this game. First game's kind of weird, you just it never seems to go how you play it. Always play kind of things conservative first game. But yeah, I'm going Travis Kelce over 5.5 receptions, best line minus 128. I mean, I just expect Big Travis, Mr. Swift, as I'm calling him now, Taylor's boyfriend here, to get plenty of targets as usual, man. Mahomes and him have a great long-standing relationship. Anytime pocket breaks down, Patty's looking his way almost every time. And really, I know we shouldn't base too much out of one performance, Wade, but I cannot get that 11 reception performance of Kelce against Baltimore in playoffs out of my head. He doubled this in the last time he saw this team. I know every game is different. Every game's a different entity. But again, this one's at home. It's usually pretty good at home. And just even with Worthy, Rice, and a few other pieces, I still think Kelce's the go-to guy, even though he's just showing a little bit of age. But yeah, just going to have to roll with it, man. You look at the mathematically, his median last year was 6. So right off the bat, we're getting a little bit of value of half a reception there. Went over this 5.5 number in 12 of his 19 ball games. So a lot to like, I think, about this over. I tried to find an under, just couldn't find one.
Hey, man, I love it. Hey, he's his number one target. So
Yep.
Why would you not take this?
Yeah, exactly. And I hit on something last year. I was struggling a little bit with receiving yards. Normally, I do pretty good in yardage props. Last year, I struggled a little bit. Really started picking apart the receptions market. You do have to lay a little more juice with those, but it doesn't bother me, man. I just feel like, receptions are more predictable, I guess, in yardage. You can't really tell how, as far as yards per route run and all that, kind of gets a little hairy based on who you're playing. Receptions, normally a team has a game plan as far as target share kind of laid out. So, yeah, I really like the over quite a bit. What about the bonus bet, brother? I'm pumped to see another big Wade bet here for game 1. I've got, hold on a minute. I've got my notepad ready. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take it's a little risky play here. But I'm going to go with Zay Flowers over 4.5 receptions. Best line I got for that was -130. Look, man, I think he's just become Lamar's number one target. I know obviously they have Andrews, but I really think he likes to go to Andrews in certain situations when they really need a catch, when they really need a big play.
Yep.
I think he likes to look to Flowers to make big plays, break open the game in certain spots, and you've got to feed him enough to give you those opportunities. Zay Flowers last season, he had an 86% snap share. He had a 21% target rate. He had a 24.4% target share. He had a 22% in the red zone. And that was all over 108 targets.
A lot more.
I think that, so he gets targeted pretty well, and I actually believe it's going to increase a little more. It's increased over the last 2 years, and I think it's going to increase even more. I do love Bateman this year coming in for them. I think he's going to be a big step up. He's probably going to get a couple receptions as well.
Sure.
But I do believe that Lamar is going to at least pass the ball more than 20 times. I think at least Flowers is probably going to get at least 6 to 7 of those targets, and I think he can easily haul in 5 of these.
I love it, dude. That was on my short list. I had it in my notebook, wrote down. I didn't get there, but I was very close to pulling the trigger on that one.
He hit 5 against them in the game they played. He hit this in 10 of 18 games last year, so solid. Average of 4.8. He's right there on his average. So
solid.
Obviously, tough defense to find catches against. The Chiefs are no slouch, but I think he can get it done.
Yeah. Also, another reason I like this play, Wade, I was surprised Kansas City let L'Jarius Sneed walk in free agency. He actually signed with my hometown Titans here, so. Maybe the secondary. Of course, Trent McDuffie's a stud, and he'll probably be on Flowers a little bit here. But without Sneed, I wonder how the secondary is going to gel without that seasoned veteran presence in there. So that might help you there on that wager. Like I said, it was on my short list. Definitely like that one. Just like Zay Flowers as a whole. I think he's a guy that can burn people deep, but he's kind of short. So they also throw him a lot of screen passes.
Real short. I'm expecting at least 2 to 3 of these catches to be quick catches, quick targets over the middle, or some kind of bubble screen out there. I also believe he's live for a touchdown today.
Yeah, I can see it. It should be decent plus money as well. Cool, man. Good looks, both of them. Love the bonus bet, man. That's awesome. Good deal.
Well, let's let's have a good opening day. Tomorrow we'll be back actually with some college football looks for the weekend.
Can't wait. One of my favorite things, Wade. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody watching, and we'll be back tomorrow. Good luck with your bets tonight. Let's cash out.
Let's cash them. Boom.